future self come in, you feel him or her, and then at the end of a few minutes of connecting, just ask your future self, what's the one thing I can do today? What's the one single thing? And then commit to actually doing that. And sometimes it's uncomfortable, and sometimes we need encouragement or support from others to actually, stay consistent, to be accountable. Another core element is really to work with the emotion. There's a certain emotional quality, an energetic signature that is associated with your future self, with that life that you envision. It's almost like a tangible tickle, a vibration. So that's really something that you want to cultivate. And to cultivate to the extent that whatever actions you take, or how you interact in your daily lives, the choices you make, the way you pick up the phone and talk to someone, the way you maybe write an email, important, infuse your actions with that vibration. Because then it carries that energy, that signature, to then have ripple effects. It's very important. If you're coming from a fear-based place, saying, oh, I'm not good enough, I really want to start this company, I know it's my deal, but I feel anxious, I'm insecure. If you bring that energy into your actions, guess what the outcomes are. So it's very important to work with that positive emotional state. One of my favorite quotes is by the German poet Rilke, who said that our greatest treasures are guarded by our deepest fears, or our greatest demons. And what that means is that if we are really going for something that's true to ourselves, we are not playing it safe, we're actually really showing up to ourselves, where we are living our own life, where we are accessing that gift that's inside of us that we want to share. It's a scary path. It means that we're actually going to have the ability to face our demons. And demons in this case doesn't mean like some movie kind of demons or mythological figures. Our demons are like our own inner fears. And my core belief is that for some reason that I'm not truly lovable, that I'll be abandoned, that I'm not good enough, that I don't have anything original to share. So these are through my conditioning, through the way how I was parented, I somehow adopted these core beliefs. And whenever I step up, whenever I, whether it's a relationship or in my work, these old beliefs, they just keep coming up in all sorts of different facades. And I believe that we all have our own unique mix of some of these core beliefs of not being worthy, not being lovable, that this world is not a safe place. It's just the way how we were conditioned when we were little. So whenever we step out of this comfort zone or the kind of life that we created more or less unconsciously to compensate for these core limiting beliefs, whenever we step out of it, these demons tend to arise. And so there are beautiful tools available to work with these fears, to lessen their impact, to be less identified with them, and to again and again connect with that which is really true, which can be experienced through our future self, through our true essence. And then slowly over time to recondition ourselves to be less identified with that small fearful self and be able to be more identified with our true nature, which can express itself through our future self. And then to take action from that place. If you repeat this circle a couple of times, you get a vision, you act from it, you create results, resistance comes up, more fear comes up, your ability, however, to deal with the fears also increases, you're less identified, you can quicker step out of your anxiety, your depression, your feeling blocked, quicker to connect with your core, act from that place. It's an ongoing cycle. It's not a one-time thing. It's actually, I would say, it's a lifelong process that we can actually become masters at. And I like to say that by going for gold, by really going to create that what we know is true, by creating that gold, we ourselves become golden, which means that we are becoming less identified with our small, fearful self and more identified with our true essence. One last thing that I've seen has been very helpful also is called, it's actually from product development, it's called rapid prototyping, where you take a small chunk of your vision that you received and break it down into a smaller, doable step. Could be something interesting for you guys to try. And to try that on a smaller scale. And to something that can be messy, that can be imperfect, and something that you can implement pretty quickly, like within a week or a few weeks. And then to learn from it, to kind of step into that new reality, get the feedback, see, oh wow, this is actually working, or certain things I need to address, and then reiterate. Not to overload yourself with the full, fullness of your vision. Take a small step. One little step in a shameless form of self-promotion. My big vision is to really impact a lot of people with this work, help people to wake up to their own future self, and have a team of people who work together in this way. And so my prototype project was to offer this future self work online, just to create like a regular weekly online class where people can log in from anywhere in the world. We don't have to travel to Unplug or Ceremony Meditation where I teach. So since 2 weeks now, I have an ongoing weekly online meditation that you're all welcome to attend. And that was my little prototype that I recently created, and it feels amazing. I'm overjoyed. It works like a charm. People drop in. We have people from the East Coast to Maui, regardless of the time zone, of the time of the day. People are able to see their future self, and actually through modern technology be able to see one another through video. It's incredible. I'm just so happy. It just gives me more juice to move forward. So that's a little example of how this can work for your own benefit. So maybe I think we're coming to an end of our time together. Are there any more comments, questions? Yes?